How are we doing, everyone? Hope you're well, and thank you for joining me for another video down the local day ticket. You can hear in the background the birds are singing like crazy. It's Monday the 23rd of February. I'm not even meant to be fishing today, I'm meant to be working, but I left my syndicate yesterday early, ready for work today. The stuff I'd actually ordered to do the job, they sent the wrong stuff out, so as a result I can't work today. So what have we done? We've come down the local day ticket and we're going to do some more viewer requests. I've decided I'm going to go on a different swim. I'm bored of that view. It might be a mistake because the fish have been there every time I've been in there, but I'm hoping with the mild spell we're having at the minute, they have moved up in the shallower end. So let me spin you around, show you where I've decided I'm going, and let's get on with it. So I've come up in the shallower part of the main lake. One, because the wind, it's quite, I don't know if you'll be able to see it down there. Probably doesn't show it as well. It is quite strong and gusty. In the peg I've been fishing lately with the little step down into it that we've done really well out of, mind. It's quite windy in there, so filming's going to be quite bad. There's going to be a lot of wind distortion in the audio, so I thought, right, do you know what? This is sort of sheltered. I can sort of somehow position you here out of the wind, hopefully, so it isn't bad. It's the shallowest part of the lake up here, but we've just had that mould spell after the real cold snap, so I'm hoping that if we put a little bit of bait out, we might be able to get something going. And it's just a different view for you lot, you know. I'm sure it's all right doing these viewer requests and that, but it also gets boring, the same view for you lot over and over again, because it's the same swim, same view, just a different tactic on the end, you know. I know that's the idea of the viewer request, but also it's nice to have a different view of something. So I'm going to try do a couple of videos in here today. I'm also going to spin the camera around and just explain we're going to change how we're doing the viewer request as well now for a little while. So let me spin the camera around and then we'll get all sorted and set up. So as I just mentioned, the viewer requests, they are going to change a little bit. All that's going to change is the time scale I'm giving the tactic to work. Okay, it's going to drop down to 2 hours. I know that's quite a big drop, but I've got so many people on the list to get through. If I don't do something like this, the people that are quite a way down, you're going to be waiting weeks, because I'm really going to struggle to get here in the future now. Work's really, really busy, and I'm not going to get here hardly at all. It's probably 2 weeks for me even going to get a day back here, you know. So I've got to do something in order to work through this list, because it keeps growing. People keep adding to it, which is great. So thank you for your requests. Keep them coming in. But I also need to sort of work out how I can get through them, and dropping it down to 2 hours is the only way I can work it out. So apologies if you don't think it's long enough on your request. If you don't, if you'd prefer to wait till 3 or 4 hour slots, message me, let me know, and I'll put you further down the list and I'll come back to you straight away when I've got more time. That's completely your call. But it's the only way I can do it, so that's what's going to be happening. But for now, I am going to get some kit set up. We need to get going and just, yeah, get number one underway. I'm getting there slowly. I've had to put my rods sort of on the side of the peg because I forgot this is the one that's got all the concrete here and it's got some concrete in there. So if you're coming in, you've got a pod, you're all right, but I use bank sticks, so it's not a problem. We've got 3 rods out. Only 2 are going to be used for the viewer request, because like I mentioned the last time I was here, I made the last video with a double 20 millers. If I don't need to use all 3, I'm not going to. So one rod, which is going to be the left hand rod, that's going to go and have double 20 millers on it. And that's sort of going to be chucked over there and left, and forgot about one chuck, done. It's not getting wound in at the end of this video and cast out again on the next video. It's staying there for however long I stay in this peg today. So the middle and right hand rod, that's going to be fished on the viewer request, which is the MAINLINE. A viewer asked for this a long time ago and I completely messed up and forgot to put it down on the list, so apologies to you. I don't know if you want to be mentioned or not, so I'm going to keep you anonymous, but feel free to comment below on the video if you wish. But they've asked for the MAINLINE. I can't remember the last time I fished this rig at all, and when they asked for it, I wasn't using paste on my leads. So on their 2 rods that I'm going to use, there will be no paste wrapped on the leads. However, on the double 20 miller there will be. So I'll just point that out now. If you think, why has one rod got paste and the other 2 haven't, that's why. So let's go through the rods, because the setup, it hasn't changed, but there will be new viewers watching. So if you're new, the setup is £15 KORDA subline, and it comes down to a length of KORDA dark matter tungsten tubing, one of the KORDA run sleeves, size 8 quick change swivel, and a 3-ounce gripper lead. That's it. You'll see that setup doesn't change on this lake hardly ever. So that's the rod setup. I'm going to show you the rigs now, what we're doing. I've explained about the double 20mm. I will just show you it. We'll get it pasted up and we'll get that one cast out. You know, that can be getting cast out in the lake, because a few of you on the last video said, mate, you're not going to catch on that rig there. I'm going to argue with you and say we are. How long it takes, I don't know, but we will. Whether it's today, next time I visit, I don't know, but at some point a double 20mm will pick a big fish up out of this lake. So let me get that rod sorted, wrapped up, and we'll get it out there, and then we'll actually show you what we're doing on the actual viewer request rods. I'm just going to take you through the double 20mm setup. The bait I'm using is two 20mm Sticky Baits Manila Tough Ones. The paste is the Crazy Nut paste. You'll see the actual rig, it's just a normal bottom bait blowback rig, two 20mm baits, a little PVA bag of micro pellets slid down to stop any tangles, and that's just a normal bottom bait setup. I use the KORDA Dark Matter sinking braid, size 5 thinking angler, wide gape, curve point hook, rig ring, bloody long hair, and a rig of about, I don't know, 8 inches. So I'm going to get that on the rod now. The rod is all pasted up. I will just walk down. You'll see the camera stand is there, ready to go. Paste on the lead. There you go. Right, I'm going to get that hooked on and we'll get it cast out. Here we go then. Let's get the double 20mm out there. Now that left hand rod's out there, let's have a look at the actual maggot liner and how we go about setting it up and how we're going to be using it. You'll see the maggots I've got. Look at these. I picked these up yesterday. They're crap. They really are crap. I mean, what has happened to maggots? It's hard to get good maggots, you know. They look like they're near end of life, let alone just come off the feed. There's actually, if I can pick one out, where's it gone? There's a castor in there already. I've had them like less than a day. Not good. Anyway, let's get down to the rig. So the rig, the Magalina rig, you can choose whatever hook link you want. I've chosen the KORDA Dark Matter in £20, the supple sinking braid I use pretty much all the time. And it's a normal knotless knot, but instead of having a hair come off the shank of the hook, there is no hair. Okay, you chop the hair off. And instead, you thread a couple of real maggots onto the hook, and you cover the eye with a false maggot. I haven't got a false maggot, mate. I've only got false casters, which, by the looks of in there, they're going to blend in perfect. But normally you'd use a false maggot, and that is sort of like your kicker stroke shrink tube. That is how the Magaliners work. You can fish it without threading any maggots on the hook at all. You can just hook a bag of maggots on and cast that out. So I've got my PVA. We're going to do a little bag of maggots, hook it on. I am going to put 2 real ones on the shank just for a bit more traction. And that's it. Both rigs are pretty much the same. I've split the caster a little bit there. You can see the eye of the hook sticking out, so I will just adjust that. But we'll get those on the rods, get a couple of bags tied up, hook them on. We'll throw them out. I'm not actually going to put any bait out. I've got a bucket of bait with me, but to fish this method, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dot bags around every sort of 20 minutes, wind it in, hook a new bag on, cast it back out. You know, I'm happy to use all those maggots making this video. That's what they're for. So let me get you on the camera stand. Let's get a couple of rods with hook links on, ready to go, threaded on, and let's get some rods out. Just before I hook this on the rod, I'm just going to show you the end result. So there is 2 maggots, you'll see, threaded onto the shank, the false one over the eye, and a small PVA bag of maggots. Something I'll point out is if you pop a maggot with your hook point, it will melt the PVA, and also if you get a maggot trapped in the knot and you tighten down and burst it again, it will melt the PVA. And also they start escaping. But I mean, look at the colour of this one coming out. Crap maggots. Sorry mate, they're not the best, but they're going to work. If the fish are here, they're going to work. So let's get some rods sorted and let's get them out. Okay, rod number 1 is going out. Okay, and here goes the second rod. Okay, let's see how long it takes to get a bite on the Magalina if the fish are here. I'll just show you the time, 7:51, so you're going to get till 9:51. That's your 2 hours. You might even get till 10 o'clock, who knows, I might be generous because the maggots are crap. but I'm hoping the wind isn't too bad. I'm going to leave you watching the rods. I'm going to sort of play a little clip back in a minute and listen to it, and if it is that bad I'm going to have to sort of move you over there, but I think the angle will be pretty crap, to be honest there. I'm hoping I can leave you here, but we shall see. But for now it's time to get the kettle on. Cheers all. First one on the bank today, and it's needed. It might look nice and blue in the background and warm. It's not actually. That wind's quite cold. It's meant to be a lot more mild than it is, and it's not. It's I don't know, 6-7 degrees. I wish I'd have bought my winter suit, to be honest. It's that cool, I think. But while I'm having my coffee, I'm going to say as always to you lot, thank you for the support you give the channel in whatever way you are supporting me. All you subscribers, you'll support me in the strongest way possible, so thank you very much if you are one of those. If you're not, or you're new to the channel, have a look and consider it. It doesn't cost you any money. There's no contract to it. It just helps my channel grow and get noticed by more people, as does you lot that are liking the videos, commenting, sharing, regularly watching. You're supporting me by keeping me in the algorithm, so thank you very much for that. And as are the hypers, you're helping me as well by hyping the videos. It makes the video get more promoted. Other people are discovering it. So if you are hyping the videos, thank you very much. If you don't know how to do that, you slide the top comment below the video to the left. There'll be an option say hype this video. You press that and you're done. You get to hype 3 videos a week for nothing. You can buy hypes, I believe. Please don't do that. Just wait till the following week and use them up again. And also share them between as many people as you can if you watch other content creators, because it helps everybody then. I'm keeping this clip short from now on because I understand some people don't like it, and I do get that and I appreciate it, but I do like to say it in each video. So you are still going to have to listen to it, but it will be shorter from now on. So from me again, thanks very much, and let's get back to the video. Wow, that's the double 20 miller. Oh my God, we've lost it. Can't believe it. Did you see that bloody tape? Wow. Well, we've got no, we ain't got no lips on the end of it. Damn. Oh well, at least we know we can get a bite on double 20 mils, and that felt a good fish, to be fair. The bloody rod was nearly in, but never mind, we'll go again. That's that left-hand rod back out there. I'm just going to show you. I'm sitting there, I've got my coffee. I'm going to show you this as well, if he lets me. Where are you? Come on then, don't be camera shy. He knows I'm looking at him. I've put him some maggots on that concrete little bit there. Here he comes. There we go, he's got one. Well, at least he's eating the bloody maggots, because at the minute, a double 20 mil is out fishing 2 rods that are fished on maggots. It's 2 to 1 against, and it's winning. Can't believe it. I'm going to finish my coffee, and I'm actually going to tie a couple more bags up, bring those maggot rods in, and recast them again, just give them a freshen up. Yeah, you'll see, look, the sun is coming out. Behind me, the sun is coming out. It's getting nice on the lake. It's still a bit cold, and the wind's sort of pushing into here, so I'm hoping up to now the audio is not too bad, because it doesn't look like it's got a ripple on it, but it has. Down that bottom end, don't know if I can zoom in. There we go. It has got a bit of a ripple on, so there is the odd gust coming, but never mind, we'll keep going. But at the minute, we've had a bite, we've lost it. I just don't think it was hooked well enough. I just don't think the bait has gone far enough back to let the hook work, so. But they do pick it up. They can pick a double 20 miller. Anyway, I'll put you back on the stand and let's keep watching those rods. Those maggot rods have been out there half an hour now, and there's been no line indication or nothing so far. And amazingly, like I say, the 20 miller, it's gone, which I can't believe it. So there is fish present, because we wouldn't have had a bite otherwise. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them in, freshen them up, and I'm actually going to put a lot bigger bags on them. You'll see that's about 3 times the size of the bag I started with. And I'm just wondering, do I need a bigger spread of maggot to get the fish interested to go down and pick them all up? I don't know. I mean, a single maggot would catch a roach out there, and I'm surprised we haven't had a roach on this, if I'm honest, because I've caught them on small hook baits out of here up the other end. So yeah, I can't understand why nothing's happened at the minute, but we're going to change the size of the PVA bag, reposition the rods, and we are going to go again. So I'll bring you back when the rods are all set. So I've just brought the first rod in. You'll see the maggots are still present on the hook. They will have pushed back round towards the point on the way in, but they would have pushed further up towards the false caster when I pushed the bag on. But they haven't been touched by the silvers. They're still wriggling, they're still alive. I don't know, I just don't think they've been touched. But I'm going to freshen the middle rod up, the right hand rod up. I'll bring you back when all three are sat on the stand as you've been watching, and we'll see what the next sort of half an hour brings. Well, so far on this one, I'm being proved wrong again. I expected the maggots to go really quick. That's why I said I reckon we'll get a few, we'll get a quick bite. They haven't been touched. Not even the real ones on the hook have been nicked by the silverfish, which is really surprising. And the rod I said I imagine probably won't move all day has already had a bite. So again, it just shows that what you think is going to happen doesn't always happen. But the rods, the maggot rods, they're back out. They've been repositioned into slightly different areas. They've both landed really well. And we'll just see what happens this time with a bigger bag of maggots on the hook. I mean, do you need more attraction? You shouldn't do with maggots. A tiny little bag of maggots should be perfect. But are they actually wriggling and burying themselves in the sort of silk bit and the fish not seeing them? But they can smell them, can't they? You know, they smell bloodworm out bloody a foot deep, so they'll smell these maggots going in. But we'll just see what happens. So yeah, I'll leave you watching these rods. Nothing happens in the next 20 minutes. I'll bring them in again, rebag them up, and we'll go again. I thought I'd bring you back and just show you a couple of things. Firstly, look at the time. We're nearly an hour in. What's going on with the maggots? Can't believe it. We've not even had a pluck at the line, let alone a bite. I can't believe it. The wind's picking up and coming in this peg now as well, so apologies if it is bad on the audio. I'll move the camera stand, but before I do that, I'm just going to sit in my chair, watch my rods again, and lift my spirits, and I've got the perfect thing. That's right, people, 8:45 in the morning, we're having a cream tea. Why not? I should be at work, and instead I'm bankside, so that's the reason to celebrate. So I'm going to sit and scoff these off camera, leave you watching the rods, and let's hope one of them soon goes off, because it's a very slow start to the day. You'll see you've got a different angle. That wind is pushing right into this swim now, and I imagine just recording the rods must sound horrific. So I've tried to shelter you the best I can, but do you know what? It's cold. You know, this bank feels really cold. The wind's, I don't know, it's bringing a cold spell back in with it. It's meant to be mild today, and it's really not at all. They've got that wrong. I'm not putting the temperature gauge in either, because I made a right balls up of that every time I've used it so far. So today I'm having a day off the temperature gauge. I don't care what the water temperature is. If it happens, it's going to happen, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. The cream tea, that's obviously gone. What time are we on now? Yeah, like less than 10 minutes on. That's gone. Kettle's back on. You've moved. Nothing's happened on the rods. I'm going to have a coffee, wind them in again, rebag them, chuck them again. And that's all we can do, you know, because there definitely is fish present because we've had a bite. So I just can't understand why the maggots haven't gone. But I need to sort of do the next viewer request in this peg to answer the question I've got is, was it the maggots stopping me getting the bites? It isn't the rig. The rig will work absolutely perfect. There'll be nothing wrong with that rig whatsoever. But are they just not fancying maggots in here? I don't know. Anyway, we'll keep watching the rods. I'll have my coffee and I'll bring you back when it's time to give them a recast, unless we get a bite in between. I thought I'd best bring you back and give you an update, because there seems very little in this video at all. Like, there's been a couple of casts out, a lost fish and a cream tea. That's it. And there should be loads of fish on this one. Bloody maggots as a hook bait, Magaliner as a rig. It's an effective rig, it's an effective hook bait. There's definitely fish in the area, because I've had a knock on the middle rod since the last clip. We've had a bite on the left hand one. I just can't work out what's going on. Maggots is a go-to winter bait for a lot of anglers. So they must see maggots in here. They must know what they are. Why they're not having it, I just don't get it. I mean, the time, if we have a look at the time, it's 9:15 already. We're over an hour and 20 into this now. I'm going to give it till 10 o'clock to give it every chance, but I'm sat here thinking, do you know what, this is a blank. How can it be a blank using maggots? I just don't know. I can't get my head around it, but we've still got time. I've got 45 minutes left, so fingers crossed one of those rods at least goes off once. But I expected 3 or 4 fish on the mat by now. But as it stands, there is someone a couple of pegs down, and I've not seen them catch anything yet, but I'm not saying they haven't, because I can't see through these trees, but I've not heard any buzzers or anything go off. So maybe the lake's just fishing slow. I don't know. We'll see on the next video, because I am going to stay in here, and the next video is going to be a boilie based video. So Let's just see if that's any different. But for now, let's continue with this one. Like I say, another 10 minutes, recast, big bag of maggots on each rod again, and that's going to be it. So I'll bring you back either with a bite and a battle and a fish on the mat, or to let you know I've recast the rods again. Yet again, the double 20mm has done a bite and the maggots haven't. Doesn't feel a big fish at all. Would you believe that? In winter, one rod with a double 20mm on versus two rods fish or maggots has outdone it 2-0. It's had 2 bites now and the maggots haven't had a bloody knock. Can't believe it. We've got Common in the net. He's not a big one either. He is a double. He is a double. You probably can't see the baits hanging out of his mouth. Well, you maybe can, maybe you can't, but we're going to get him sorted. I'll show you him on the mat with the rig, etc. And we'll get that rod back out there. You'll see I've actually brought the mat down to the water. It's quite handy, I can sit on here. Let's just roll you over, mate, so I can see the baits. You've got a bit of a nick there, but there they are. Double 20mm. You're well hooked. Right, I'm going to get him unhooked, get him carp care treated. You'll sort of see he's got a deep belly on him. He's probably 12, 13 pounds. I'll get him unhooked and treated and we'll get him back. You'll see he's all treated and ready to go back. Just check your fin is flat. Yeah, you're about 12, 13 pounds. So we'll just check that fin's flat. Yep. You're in there. Don't take me bloody mat with you. Let's just drag this mat back. He's ready to go back. He's been treated. Let's push you out in deeper water. So there you go. Fish of that size can get a double 20 miller in its mouth and get hooked. Right, I need to get that rod back out there. Who knows, could do another bite. Going to get some fresh bags tied up. Bring those 2 maggot rods in, recast them for the final time. And we'll see how the last... Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look without dropping my phone in the lake. How long have we got left? 24 minutes. Okay, let's get on with it. That's the left-hand rod back out there again. The middle and right, I have just recast those as well. So they've had another fresh recast with another bag of maggots, but not as big this time. I've gone with in between. So we've had a smallish bag, a big bag, and we've got a medium bag. So we'll just see what the last like 20 odd minutes brings. But who would have thought that 2 against 1 on maggots is losing to a rod that shouldn't even be getting bites? You just can't believe it. Just shows you sometimes in fishing, you know, as out there as it seems can still work, and a dead cert can also blank as well, you know. It's just how it goes. But anyway, we've got 20 minutes left. The maggots still could come good, but if I'm honest, I don't see it. I really don't see it. Anyway, I'll leave you watching the rods and let's see what happens. Hey, we've got a bite on the maggots. Bloody hell, that took some time. Talk about last knock-ins. And have a little sit down while I'm playing it. Hey. Well, that has certainly taken its time to get a bite. I can't believe it. The fish is in there. He's about 3 pounds, maybe 4, an absolute push. I'm just going to show you the time. That is officially your 2 hours. So we did achieve 1 fish in the 2 hours. I've got 9 minutes left, but by the time I get this fish unhooked and sorted and back in the pond, that'll pretty much be it. But we'll get him on the mat, we'll have a look, and yeah, happy days, we actually got one. Now I've got him on the mat, he's actually slightly bigger, he's probably about 5 pounds, but you'll see, there's the old Magalina set up. So I'm going to get him on up, treated, and we'll get him back. Okay, he's all carp care treated. Your fin's going to stay flat, yes they are. And he's back in, he's ready to go back. Well ready to go back. Come on then, mate, you're getting stuck in the blooming net. They do here, you know, there he goes, right on the edge. Off you go. Thank you very much. Right, let's have a look at the old... Do you know what? I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it 6 minutes early. Well, I'm not. I'm actually 3 minutes late. But yeah, I'm going to get those rods in, spin round, and we'll do the old outro. I'll actually leave the rods in while I do the outro. You never know your luck, we could get one more fish, but I think we've been fortunate to actually get a fish on the maggots, which I can't believe it. You know, the fact that the double 20 mils, I said I doubt we're even going to get a bite on this today at all. We've had 2. And the fact I've said, yeah, maggots, I expect to get a few on this. We've got lucky and got 1. Just goes to show, doesn't it? Sometimes what your approach you're coming with that you think is really going to do well doesn't. And something you have no confidence in really at all can do really well on the day. So don't be scared to chop and change. But thanks to the viewer for the request. Sorry I forgot, and sorry it took so long, mate. Apologies, but you've had it now. Apologies, there's not many fish on it. I was hoping there'd be a lot more, but we've had a go. We know it works. We've seen it works. I'm going to get on making the next video. Hopefully you'll join me for that one. Don't forget the old thumbs up, subscribe, hype and all that business. And if you're out on the bank yourself, I hope you've been a little bit more lucky than we have in this one, because we should have had a lot more than what we did. But until next time, thanks for watching, folks. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.